Hello, and welcome back to the Four Horsemen. My name is Paul, representing Diecast Graveyard. Myself, along with Andrew from Maple Leaf Customs, Tom from Caliber 50 Customs, and Harolyn from Go Bears Diecast Workshop, make up the Four Horsemen. Now, this month's guest horseman is Cool Cat Customs and John Dodd. We welcome him as the first builder for 2023. For the month of January, we have a 1940 Ford pickup truck, and the theme for this build is details. So the more details you can put into this vehicle, the better. Now remember, if you don't have this particular vehicle, as long as you use something similar, we just want you to participate in the builds. So let's go ahead and get started with the January build for the Four Horsemen. Here we've got the 40 Ford pickup. I've already drilled out the post, and there's two posts on this vehicle. Trying to get it apart without snapping anything sometimes is a little bit tough. Let's use the screwdriver. There we go. Apologize for some of the angles on this. I'm still trying to get my shop back in place after being gone for approximately 6 to 7 months. This is nice here. This is a really nice vehicle, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. Here's the interior. We're going to do a couple things to that. Kind of spruce that up a little bit. That looks good. Here's the windshield. That looks great. Brand new. And here's the base. And we're going to do a wheel swap on this bad boy. This thing is screaming for some Samed wheels. But we'll take care of that when the time comes. Let's go ahead and pop them out while we can. All right. Let's continue on to the next step. This is going to be a lot of fun. First thing we're going to do is take the body and dip it in the citrus strip. Now you can get the citrus strip here at Walmart. You can get it at Lowe's, and I've seen it at a few other places. It's approximately $11 or $12 a bottle, and it does last you a reasonable amount of time. Now some people ask me, how long does this stuff last? I mean, can you like just throw stuff in there and just let it cook inside? I said, yeah, as long as it keeps stripping the paint for you, keep on using it. Let's set it on this tray, and we'll come back to it at a later point. Okay, here's the base. Like I said, we've already taken off these wheels. Just be careful when you take them off, especially if you plan on using them again or the axles. Here we're going to replace them with these beautiful Samed wheels, and this is going to make the build. These things are absolutely incredible. I love them. Gonna have to take a screwdriver, I think, and widen the tabs a little bit. Nope, that fits pretty good. It fits almost perfect. Here we're taking this JB super glue with the UV light, and you only want to put a drop. If you put a little bit more on there, it's going to run down your axle and it's going to freeze your wheels. So be careful with how much you put on this car. About 5 to 8 seconds with the light. Let's go ahead and put the front wheels in and do the same thing. Just one drop. All you're trying to do is hold them in place. UV light for 5 to 8 seconds. This JB Super Weld is a great product, and I recommend it. Now you can overuse it, so just be careful. I've got these at Walmart, I've got them at Lowe's and a few other places, so please check them out. Get yourself a couple while you can, because you really hate to run out in the middle of a job. We drilled out the hood scoop to open up the opening in the front. This is how it turned out. And then we went ahead and we also ground down the parachutes on the back. I went ahead and I replaced them with some 3D printed ones. Now we're going to spray the body with some Tamiya surface primer. This will give us a really good base coat in order to apply some of these other paints that we're going to use. Turned out pretty nice. I let that set for about 4 or 5 hours just to harden up and let some of that paint dry up before we went to do anything else. Now I apologize, I messed up and I lost the film for my paint job here, but we used Chroma Air paint from Spray Gunner. There's the parachutes that I was telling you about, but we faded it from a teal back to a light blue. Here's the interior. I put in a stick shift there, painted the whole back end black. Here's those beautiful Samed wheels that we put on there. We ground out the inside of the wheelie bars to make those look a little nicer, and those turned out pretty good. I was pretty pleased with those. And here's the glass. Let's see the results of what we did. And here's what we started with. This 1940 Ford pickup from Hot Wheels. This is a really nice casting, and it turns out really cool. Maybe one time in the future here I might go ahead and turn one of these into a gasser, but for right now this is looking pretty darn good. We stripped everything down, we did a wheel swap, we did some interior work, we ground out the hole in the hood, and we just went a little crazy with it, but it looks really nice. And then we put that beautiful paint job on there with that Chroma Air paint from Spray Gunner. That's their in-house brand, and they've got many colors. They've got some metallics, they got fluorescents, they've got pastels. So check out the Chroma Air line of paints at spraygunner.com. This turned out fantastic, and here's the result. Look at how beautiful this truck turned out. It's so shiny with that nice clear coat on there. We got those parachutes on the back, like I said, those 3D printed parachutes. We detailed the wheelie bars in the back. We put those beautiful Samed wheels. We did the grill. We did the headlights. We opened up the hole in the hood. We put a stick shift in there. This truck turned out absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy with it. Now, if you would like to own this vehicle on a custom card, go ahead and leave me something in the comments, and I'll be happy to talk to you. And mostly all my 4 Horsemen builds the rest of this year are going to be up for sale. So if you want them, you just let me know and you can have it. Very happy with this. Here's some glamour shots. Man, that thing looks beautiful. That clear coat really makes a big difference. And there's a shot from the rear. Turned out absolutely incredible. For the month of February, the guest horseman is Ben Pop at BP Customs. And this is going to be great. And the theme is Valentine's Day. So go ahead and get your heart on. Send your glamour shot to 4horsemendiecast@gmail.com so we can feature your car on the recap. Also, send a logo if you haven't sent one in the past. This is going to be great. I appreciate you checking into the 4 Horsemen, but we appreciate you more if you go ahead and subscribe to the 4 Horsemen Diecast channel, and that's where the recaps are going to be posted. But thank you so much for joining us today. Have a great month, and we'll see you at the end of the month.